This is my brother, Kaz.
Another Mr. Rightfield. Mr. Brekker, is it?
Pecker Rollins.
Who is this Pecker Rollins? Every time you say his name, your blood pressure skyrockets.
Pecker Rollins killed my brother.
He's a king. I'm just the bastard of the barrel.
The barrel doesn't belong to kings. It belongs to bastards.
You trifling piece of bottle trash. What the hell do you want?
I want you to remember. Tell me, have we ever made a deal before?
You and me? Nah. Otherwise you'd know better.
A con you ran on 2 farm boys. Duped them out of everything.
They're gone.
Or you'd be dead.
They ended up on the streets, and they both died. One of us was reborn.
When the fireworks plague hit years ago, so many people died that the crematoriums all got backed up, so they had to float all the dead bodies on the harbour.
When they tumbled him into the shallows of the Reaper's barge, he somehow found the strength to cry out, "I'm alive!"
That's enough!
Kaz had never been able to dodge the horror of that night in the Ketterdam harbor. The memory of his brother's corpse clutched tight in his arms as he told himself to kick a little harder, to take one more breath, stay afloat, stay alive.
He closed his eyes and waited to die. Instead, he woke surrounded by corpses. His eyes were still open, and for a moment Kaz thought his brother was staring back at him.
And we're not even close.
He had to live.
Brick by brick.
Someone had to pay. He was a monster now, too.
Devoted himself to the vengeance he and his brother were owed.
He's just a kid!
So was I.
The fever had burned away every gentle thing inside him.
He would never be whole. Geordie could never be brought back.
I'm begging you. Are you?
But Pecker Rollins could learn the helplessness they'd known.
Vengeance was waiting. Vengeance for Geordie. Maybe for himself, too.
You thought vengeance was the answer, and still you drowned.
Nightmare refused to fade. Kaz had been sure it would get easier. He would stop having to think twice before he shook a hand, or was forced into close quarters. Instead, things got so bad he could barely brush up against someone on the street without finding himself once more in the harbor. He was on the Reaper's barge and death was all around him. He was kicking through the water, clinging to the slippery bloat of Geordie's flesh, too frightened of drowning to let go.
The city's price is blood.
The rage inside him burned on.
And I am happy to pay with yours.
And he learned to despise people who claimed they'd suffered.
Suffering.
Let me teach you what pain looks like.
Do your worst.
Survive, survive, survive. It was the way he lived his life, moment to moment, breath to breath. Since that terrible morning when he'd woken to find that Geordie was still dead, and he was still very much alive.
You thought you could fix everything that is broken inside you!
There was no part of him that was not broken, that had not healed wrong.
Unlike a spider, I only need one good leg.
And there was no part of him that was not stronger for having been broken. The gloves were his one concession to weakness. Since that night among the bodies and the swim from the Reaper's barge, he had not been able to bear the feeling of skin against skin. It was the only piece of his past that he could not forge into something dangerous.
The gloves held back the waters, kept him from drowning when memories of that night threatened to drag him under. When he pulled them on, it felt like he was arming himself.
The city is winning so far. but you'll see who wins in the end.
Who are you without your vengeance?
What do you want then?
The old answers came easily to mind. Money, vengeance. Geordie's voice in my head silenced forever. But a different reply roared to life inside him. Loud, insistent, and unwelcome. You,Nej. You.
I will have you without your armor, Kaz Brekker. Or I will not have you at all.
What is the worth of life if you have no one left to fight for?